back to Sasser House. We made it to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Yesterday was probably the longest travel day of Chris's life.
No, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't.
Well, we have got 2 days here before we have to head back out on the road for the Clint Black Tour. And we are trying to cram as much as we can in 2 days. So we are walking into the visitor center here right now in Jackson Hole, and we're gonna ask them what we should do while we're here.
We just got done in the visitor center, and I think we've got a game plan for the next 2 days here at
Yes.
Jackson Hole.
They set us up with these maps, which I don't know how to read a map, so Chris will have to help with that. But it sounds like there's a lot of beautiful scenic things that we can do just on our own.
Yeah.
And then there's also like guided tours. But look how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
So the visitor center backs up to the elk refuge, and we're about to go drive through that. They said that there's a lot of bighorn sheep that'll come up like right next to you. So we're about to go drive through that, and then of course we'll walk around the town. But there's a lot of good information here at the visitor center.
Yes,
So,
for sure. Come to the
Definitely
visitor
check that out if you come to Jackson Hole. But yeah, I think we've got a game plan.
So today we're going to walk around downtown, shop, eat, then we're going to drive around and try to see some wildlife on our own.
I'm sure that we saw some pretty incredible views last night in the dark, or would have seen, but we were driving in at night. And so he gave us this map that has a bunch of different like pull-offs for incredible views of the mountains and the scenery. And so we'll get to finally see some of that today. Because last night when we were driving in, we were like, I bet this is beautiful. But we couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
So right outside the visitor center is a little white camper. Thank you. I didn't know what I would call that. And that is where you get information about the sleigh ride. So they send out the Elk Refuge sleigh rides every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's an hour long. It's only $40 per adult. And they take you right out there. And they said that they have like a ton of availability, so we don't have to make a reservation or anything. And it starts at 10 a.m. So I think tomorrow we'll probably get here around 10.
I almost booked one online, which it may have been like a private thing or something. I don't know what it was. It said it was 8 hours long and it included lunch. It was like $220 a person. This one is not going to take our whole day, and it's $40 a person.
Yes, so that's why it's good to go to a visitor center and see what your
visitor
other options are, because we would have spent almost $500 and wrapped up an entire day doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we didn't do that. But this will be wonderful, and we'll probably get here early tomorrow morning and do that. And then there's all kinds of other fun stuff that they told us about. There's a place called Snow King. Thank you.
Mountain Resort.
Snow King Mountain Resort. I knew that there was a mountain in there. And they do like skiing, which we will not be doing. They do skiing, and they do snow tubing, which I could do snow tubing.
We're definitely doing that. I think
So
that'll be a blast.
thankfully we can kind of squeeze more in by doing this sleigh ride for the Elk Refuge instead of the 8-hour one that Chris was looking at, and save some moolah. So we think we're going to get started this morning heading out to the Elk Refuge that we can actually drive through. It's on the eastern side.
Which I don't know if we'll see elk there. He said we'll definitely see the bighorn sheep. Is that what they're called?
Yes, and he said that those sheep like to come up and lick the salt off of your car, but you can't let them because they can give them diseases and spread diseases like throughout the flock. So I'm gonna have to crack a whip at these sheep. So we're gonna go and see what we can find and take you along for the journey. Okay, Chris is trying to teach me how to read a map. Tell me I need to turn it this way. Oh my goodness. If our phones ever go out, what are we gonna do?
You're going to have to be the driver.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I will.
We're looking for, we need to turn on East Gill. So we're not there yet.
The downtown area is so cute. I think it'll be really fun to walk around and get to see some of these shops and restaurants. We'll definitely pick a lunch spot here in town. Okay, we followed the map and we made it to the National Elk Refuge. And it is so beautiful here. The views are absolutely incredible. And just for reference, we're here in February, and this is what it looks like right now. We were a little nervous about traveling here in February just because of the snow. I don't know if it's always like this, but it has been very manageable for us in a 4-wheel drive truck. So, and we don't have snow chains or anything like that. But I personally love being here in the cold. You do? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I do too. Are you gonna get so chilly on YouTube?
I'll just switch the camera around.
There's a big orange sheep right there.
Even though we didn't get to see that much wildlife, it was still so much fun to drive around the Jackson Hole area and the elk refuge. Everything was covered in snow and you could see the mountains in the background, and it was just so beautiful. So I'm glad that we got to do a little bit of exploring on this first day. But then we headed over to the city, which was just as cool. We're going to do some shopping and eat some lunch.
It smells so good.
Looks so good. Have you tried it?
No, I'll try it.
That's incredible.
So we had the most delicious lunch.
Yeah. So
And now we've just been shopping, and we did we get anything? You put something in your pocket.
I got some coffee.
We got coffee for some family. But now we found out while we were at lunch that my show on Wednesday is now canceled, which gives us a little bit more freedom since we don't have to rush out of here as quickly, which is a little bit of a bummer because that's what we're out here for, is the shows. But it's okay.
More time here.
It gives us more time here. So we had been looking through some of these turquoise shops, and we haven't been able to take the camera in and show you guys all their beautiful pieces, but we think we found something that we can't leave without, so we're gonna go pick that up now. We got it! I'm so excited. Okay, sounds good. Lisa Hut. So Chris and I have learned that if you want to go shopping here, you need to pack at least, how much would you say?
Probably 50,000. That would be okay.
Everything is so expensive.
I just saw a really cool kitchen knife set that I wanted. It was $14,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was 6 knives and a block. Yeah.
Okay, into another store. There's an ice skating rink out here. Well, you're not going to participate because I don't need to break an ankle on you.
Me either.
It's so cute. That's like something out of a movie. This girl's killing it. Okay, so it is dark and cold and chilly, and we are gonna get some supper. And there's this cutie little wood-fired pizza place that Chris has found through the Googler. What's it called?
I think it's just called Teton Hand-Fired Pizza.
Okay. And we're gonna try that out for supper. We're looking for a parking spot, and it's in an old movie theater. So I think that'll be really fun. But all in all, it's been a really good day. After supper, we think we're just gonna go chill and probably watch a movie and just relax and get ready for tomorrow's adventures. Thank you. They set us right by folks making the pizzas, and it takes me back to Norway, Chris. When we were in Norway, we got to make homemade pizzas, and it was so cool to get to see them cooked in like the wood-fired oven, which the one in Norway was much smaller. But that's probably the biggest like wood-fired pizza oven I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's huge.
I want a pizza oven, but we don't have room anywhere.
Not at all. I want one too, though. Looks so good.
How are you guys? Good. I think I built it myself.
Love that.
How are you guys?
These two are also my attention hogs, so if after you're riding you want to pet them and love on them, they work all day for that moment. That said, my name's Ashley, I'll be your driver. I'm 25, I'm from Dallas, Texas. You like have to very close to something, so especially yeah, and I mean at this point in the year, it's just all the dead stuff really. That's the only thing that we can access.
Let's get a picture.
550 to 700 pounds, so they get to be a pretty decent size. Yeah, there's about 60 collared elk out here. It's a GPS tracker. Every hour it just pings her location for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Those little points coming out of each antler. These guys are what we call raghorns, and they'll have this type of set for years 3, 4, sometimes 5. Then usually about year 5 is when a bull hits maturity. And you can tell a bull's mature because generally his antlers will have at least 6 points coming out of each antler, and those antlers will be very symmetrical. They're like mirror images of each other. Sometimes they can have 7, 8, or 9 points just depending on how good their genetics are. Yeah. Yep.
What if they wander off the people?
Look at him, look at us.
Do they have to notify so they leave your property? Are they close
Not
to the private
necessarily.
property around?
Oh yeah. Well, I would say most of like everything in this area is all national forest, national park and stuff. But if they have that direction, there's a lot of cattle ranches, privately owned land, yeah, that kind of thing. And it's just now something kind of interesting though is if the mother elk is having like a really tough winter, like not getting enough good food to eat, she's not gonna.
It's day 2 here in Jackson, Wyoming, and we just got done with the sleigh ride to the elk refuge.
That's so cool.
It was amazing. It was all in all $100 to go do with tip and everything. It was $80 for the tickets for the 2 of us, and then we tipped her $20. Our guide was so knowledgeable, and she was so cool. I just thought it was awesome. She was from Texas, and we learned so much about elk. I've never seen an elk up close and personal like
Me
that.
either. No, that was awesome.
And they call the boys bulls and the girls cows, and the babies calves, just like cattle. And honestly, when you get up close to them, they kind of look like a little dairy cow. Like, not the bulls, but the girls, they've got like a look about them that, like their little faces and their nose and the way they little chew the cud, you know, in their mouth. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. We have a bunch of videos that we'll show you. And now we are headed to lunch. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna go to lunch and warm up, and then I think we're gonna go snow tubing.
And then maybe do some like scenic driving
Yeah, we
today.
might drive around and see some mountains and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another fun day. Okay, so we finished up our lunch and we made it to Snow King Mountain. We're about to get on this.
No.
Oh, we're not?
No, I think it's like right here. It looks like these.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get on the lift. Sorry, I was working on my phone while Chris was buying the tickets. Okay, we're about to do some tubes down those little baby hills. That's more my speed anyways. But they have a ski lift for people who want to ski. And if you came here for multiple days and wanted to get like a multiple day pass, you can do that. Or you can do just a 1 day pass like we're doing. So I'm just following Chris. I've never done anything like this in my entire life, ever. So I'm kind of scared. Are you excited?
Yeah.
No? Yeah, this is our first thing I've ever done. So
Okay. This is a good one to start out with.
Okay, so I just went down the little hill my first time. I was a little bit terrified, thought I was gonna crash and die, but I didn't. And it was very fun. And now we're going for round 2. Chris went down like a swirling, twirling nervous.
That's what you're gonna do this time.
Oh my God,
We're gonna spin you. Yeah, we're spinning you. And luckily, they've got this little conveyor belt thing, so we don't have to walk all the way up the hill, which is nice. Oh no! I got stuck on the thing. My tube got stuck. All right, spinner good.
Alrighty, you ready? I guess so.
I'm missing her.
That's scary. For a second.
It got going fast that
That's
time.
scary.
That's fun.
You guys ready? Yeah? Ready? Okay. Let's do it.
Today has been the best day ever. My hair looks absolutely crazy, but I was so sick of that beanie scratching my head. Okay, so I got a coffee from Cowboy Coffee. It's absolutely delicious. I'm very basic. I got a white chocolate peppermint mocha. It just sounded like the thing to do since we're here in the snow. Chris has the map that we got from the visitor center. You just looked really like confused. We are going to try to go capture a moose. Well, not capture him, but at least on our cell phones, capture him for you to see. Can you read the map?
Yeah, it's on GPS. I'm just putting these locations, so then we'll just...
Oh, perfect. I love GPS. So we made it to Snake River Overlook,
Yeah.
and this is probably the most beautiful spot we have seen the whole trip.
So beautiful.
It's so gorgeous. All good things come to an end, and today's the day we leave Jackson Hole. Did we have fun?
So much fun.
It was so much fun. Last night, before we went to bed, we were talking about, like, what was your favorite part? What was your favorite part? All the food we ate was great. We did not have one bad meal the whole time we were there. My favorite part was probably the snow tubing. What about you?
Yeah, probably elk refuge or snow tubing.
As always, we want to thank y'all for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend time with us here at the Sasser House. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we are still on the road. We're headed to South Dakota to play some more shows with Clint Black. So be sure to check out the next video so that you can see how this tour all wraps up and ends. But so far, it has been an incredible trip full of so many memories. So thanks for going on it with us, and we'll see you on the next one.